there is a quiet moment, right before someone speaks in a meeting. A moment where your heart beats faster. You understand the words, but you don't speak, not because you don't know English, but because you're afraid your English is not perfect. This documentary is for that moment. Lesson 1. The first truth about learning English for work is simple, but powerful. You don't need perfect English. You need clear English. Imagine a small office. A new employee walks in. He is nervous. His sentences are not perfect. His grammar is not perfect. But he says slowly, "Good morning. I am new here. Nice to meet you." And something changes. People smile. They understand. They respond. Communication begins. This is your first lesson. English at work is not about big vocabulary. It is about connection. It is about showing respect, clarity, and confidence. Today, you don't need to sound like a native speaker. You just need to be understood. And that is enough to start. Lesson 2. Now let's step deeper into your first office conversation. Picture this. You enter the office. Someone looks at you and says, "Hey, how's it going?" This is not a test. This is not an exam. This is a moment of connection. You can answer simply, "It's going well, thank you. How about you?" That's it. Short, clear. Humans. Many learners make one mistake. They try to create long, perfect sentences. But in real offices, people speak in short, natural phrases. "Good morning." "Sounds good." "I understand." "Let me check." These are the real tools of communication. Today, practice small sentences. Speak them out loud. Feel them. Because confidence does not come from grammar books. It comes from using simple words again and again until they feel like your own voice. Lesson 3. Let's talk about listening. Because before you speak well, you must learn to listen with purpose. In an office, people speak fast. Sometimes very fast. You may feel lost. But here's a secret. You don't need to understand every word. You need to understand the idea. Imagine your manager says, "Can you send me the report by the end of the day?" Even if you miss some words, you catch send, report, end of the day. That is enough. Now you respond, "Yes, I will send it today." Communication is successful. So train your ears. Listen for keywords. Listen for action words. And when you don't understand, say this. "Can you please repeat that?" Or, "Can you say that more slowly?" This is not a weakness. This is professionalism. Lesson 4. Now we move into one of the most important skills in office English. Asking questions. Many learners stay silent because they are afraid to ask. But in real work environments, asking questions shows intelligence, not weakness. Imagine you are given a task, but you are not sure what to do. You have two choices. Stay silent and make mistakes, or ask clearly and do it right. Try this. "Can you explain this task?" "What should I do first?" "Is there a deadline?" Simple questions. Powerful results. When you ask, you show that you care about your work. And something interesting happens. People begin to trust you more. Because clear communication builds trust. And trust builds opportunity. Lesson 5. Let's enter a deeper moment. You made a mistake. It happens to everyone. Even fluent speakers, even managers. But what matters is how you respond. Many learners panic. They become silent. They feel embarrassed. But in professional English, there's a simple way to handle mistakes. You say, "I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I will fix it." That's it. No long explanation. No fear. Then you act. You correct the mistake. This is powerful communication. Because in the workplace, people don't expect perfection. They expect responsibility. And when you speak like this, you show maturity, you show growth, and most importantly, you show that you are ready for bigger opportunities. Right now, you are building something invisible, not just English, but confidence. In the next lessons, you will learn how to speak in meetings, how to write simple professional emails, and how to express your ideas clearly without fear. Your voice is not weak. It is just waiting to be used. Say this to yourself. I don't need perfect English. I need clear English. And start speaking. Today. Lesson 6. Now you are no longer silent. You can greet, you can answer, you can ask. But today, we step into a new moment. Speaking in a meeting. At first, it feels scary. People are sitting around a table. Some are confident. Some speak fast. Some use big words. And you think, what if I say something wrong? But here is the truth. Meetings are not about perfect English. They are about sharing ideas. Start small. You don't need a long speech. Just say, I think this is a good idea. Or, I have a suggestion. Even one sentence is a step forward. Your voice matters, even if it shakes. Lesson 7. Let's go deeper into meetings. Sometimes you want to agree with someone. You don't need complex grammar. Just say, I agree. That makes sense. Good point. These are powerful phrases. Now imagine this. Someone shares an idea. You say, I agree. That's a good point. You are now part of the conversation. You are not invisible anymore. And slowly, people begin to look at you when they speak. Because you are present. Because you are engaged. Because you are growing. Lesson 8. But what if you don't agree? This is where many learners struggle. They think disagreement will sound rude. But in professional English, you can disagree. Politely. Try this. I understand your point, but I think we can try another way. Or, that's a good idea, but maybe we should also consider this. Do you feel the difference? You are not attacking. You are adding. This is the language of respect. And when you speak like this, people listen. Because you are not just speaking English. You are communicating like a professional. Lesson 9. Now let's talk about something practical. Giving updates. In an office, people often ask, what's the status? This is your moment to speak clearly. You don't need long sentences. Just structure your message. This task is in progress. I will complete it today. There is a small issue, but I am working on it. Clear, direct, honest. This kind of communication builds trust. Because your team knows what you are doing. And when people trust your words, they trust your work. Lesson 10. Now imagine this situation. You don't understand something in a meeting. Everyone is nodding. But you are confused. What do? Stay silent? No. You speak. You say, sorry, I didn't understand that. Can you explain again? Or, can you give an example? This is courage. Because real professionals don't pretend. They clarify. And when you ask, something powerful happens. You don't just learn, others learn too. Lesson 11. Let's move into daily office communication. Short conversations, quick moments. Someone says, can you help me with this? You answer, sure, I can help. Or, I'm busy right now, but I can help later. Simple honesty. This is important. Because communication is not just about saying yes. It is about being clear. And clarity saves time, reduces stress, and builds respect. Lesson 12. Now we step into email communication. For many learners, writing emails feels difficult. But here's the secret. Emails are just structured conversations. Start simple. Hello, name. I hope you are doing well. Then your message. I am writing about the report. I have completed the task. Please find the file attached. And end with, thank you. Best regards. You don't need complicated words. You need clear structure. That's professional English. Lesson 13. Let's make your emails stronger. Clarity is everything. Avoid long, confusing sentences. Instead of writing, I wanted to inform you that I has been working on the task and it is almost near completion. Say, the task is almost complete. Short, strong, clear. Remember this rule. One idea, one sentence. When your writing is clear, people understand quickly. And in a busy office, that is powerful. Lesson 14. Now let's talk about confidence. Not fake confidence, real confidence. The kind that grows slowly. You will make mistakes. You will forget words. You will feel nervous. But every time you speak, you grow. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you build. Sentence by sentence, conversation by conversation. So don't wait to feel ready. Start speaking now, even if your voice is not perfect. Lesson 15, let's pause for a moment. Think about where you started. Maybe you were silent. Maybe you were unsure. But now, you can greet. You can respond. You can ask. You can speak in meetings. You can write emails. This is not small progress. This is transformation. And this is just the beginning. Because in the next lessons, you will learn how to handle pressure, speak with authority, and express your ideas clearly in any situation. Your journey is not slow. It is steady. And steady growth always wins. The next stage is powerful. You will step into real-world challenges, difficult conversations, deadlines, team communication. This is where English becomes not just a skill, but a tool for success. Say this again. My English is improving every day. And believe it, because it's true. Lesson 16. Now you enter a new level, not just speaking, but speaking under pressure. Deadlines are close, work is fast, people are busy, and someone asks you, is it done? Your heart beats faster. But this is your moment. You say, I am working on it. I will finish it soon. Or, it's almost done. I need a little more time. This is calm communication. You are not panicking. You are responding. Because in real work life, pressure is normal, but clear communication keeps you in control. Lesson 17. Let's go deeper. Sometimes you need more time. Many learners feel afraid to say this, but professionals do it clearly. Try this. I need more time to complete this task. Or, can I have one more day? Simple, honest, direct. This is not a weakness. This is my responsibility. Because when you communicate early, problems stay small. When you stay silent, problems grow. Lesson 18. Now imagine something different. You are explaining your idea. This is a powerful moment, because your English becomes your voice. Start simple. I have an idea. We can try this method. This will save time. Short sentences, clear thinking. You don't need big words to have big ideas. And when you speak clearly, people listen. Lesson 19. But what if someone interrupts you? It happens, and it can feel uncomfortable. But you can respond politely. Say, please let me finish. Or, I just want to add one point. You are not being rude. You are protecting your voice. And this matters, because your ideas deserve to be heard. Lesson 20. Now let's talk about teamwork. In an office, you don't work alone. You communicate with others every day. Try these phrases. Let's work together on this. Can you share your thoughts? We can solve this as a team. These are not just sentences. They build connection. Because when people feel included, they work better, and you become someone people want to work with. Lesson 21. Now imagine giving instructions. Someone asks you, "What should I do?" You guide them. Start simple. First, open the file. Then check the data. Finally, send the report. Step by step, clear and calm. This is leadership communication. You don't need a high position to lead. You just need clarity. Lesson 22. Let's enter a difficult situation. There is a misunderstanding. Someone did not understand you, or you did not understand them. What do? You don't argue. You clarify. Say, "Let me explain again." Or, "I think there was a misunderstanding." This is powerful, because clear communication solves problems, and calm words create better outcomes. Lesson 23. Now we talk about tone. Not just what you say, but how you say it. Two sentences can have the same meaning, but in a different tone. "I need this now. Could you please send this soon?" The second one feels respectful. Professional English is not just correct, it is polite, and politeness builds strong relationships. Lesson 24. Now imagine appreciation. Someone helps you. Someone supports you. What do you say? "Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. This was very helpful." These small sentences are powerful because gratitude builds connection, and in every office, good relationships matter. Lesson 25. Pause again. Feel your progress. Now you can handle pressure. You can ask for time. You can explain ideas. You can manage conversations. You can work with a team. This is not basic anymore. This is professional communication. And something inside you is changing. You are not just learning English. You are becoming confident. And in the next lessons, you will learn how to speak with authority, handle difficult people, and communicate like a leader. The journey is getting stronger. Now you step into situations where your voice will guide others, where your words will carry weight, where your confidence will be tested. Say this: "My voice matters," because it does. Lesson 26. Now something shifts. You are no longer just responding. You are starting to lead conversations. Imagine this. A discussion is going in different directions. People are talking, but there is no clarity. And you say, "Let's focus on the main point." Or, "Let's go step by step." Suddenly, the conversation becomes clear. This is leadership communication. You are guiding, not controlling, and people begin to notice, because clarity is rare. And when you bring clarity, you bring value. Lesson 27. Now let's step into decision-making. Sometimes your team is waiting for someone to say, "This is the plan." And you speak, "I think we should do this," or "Let's move forward with this option." Simple words, strong direction. You are not guessing. You are deciding. And here is the truth. You don't need perfect English to make decisions. You need clear thinking and simple language. Lesson 28. But leadership is not just speaking. It is also listening deeply. When someone shares an idea, don't interrupt. Listen, then respond. "That's a good idea. I understand your point. Let's build on that." This creates respect because people feel heard. And when people feel heard, they trust you more. Lesson 29. Now imagine conflict. Two people disagree. The room feels tense. This is where your communication matters. You say, "Let's stay calm. Let's find a solution. We both want the same result." You are not choosing sides. You are creating balance. This is powerful communication, because in difficult moments, calm voices lead. Lesson 30. Now we talk about giving feedback. This is a sensitive skill. You don't want to hurt someone, but you want to help them improve. Try this. You did a good job, but there is one thing we can improve. Or, this is strong. Maybe we can make it even better by doing this. Positive, then suggestion. This is professional feedback, because growth comes from clear and respectful communication. Lesson 31. Now imagine receiving feedback. Someone tells you, this needs improvement. Your reaction matters. Don't become defensive. Say, thank you for the feedback. I will improve this. This shows maturity, because strong professionals don't fear feedback. They use it, and every correction makes you better. Lesson 32. Let's talk about confidence in your voice. Not loud confidence, calm confidence. The kind where your words are steady, your tone is clear, your message is simple. You say what you mean, and you mean what you say. This is powerful, because people don't just listen to words, they feel your presence. Lesson 33. Now imagine presenting your work. You are standing. People are listening. You begin. Today, I will explain this project. First, I will show the main idea. Then, I will explain the details. Step by step. Simple structure. Clear flow. You are not rushing. You are guiding your audience. And this is how strong communicators speak. Lesson 34. Now we enter a deeper truth. Your mindset. Many learners think, my English is not good. Change that. Say, my English is improving. This small change creates a big difference, because your mind controls your voice, and your voice shapes your future. Lesson 35. Pause again. Look at your journey. You started with simple greetings. Now, you can lead discussions. You can handle conflict. You can give and receive feedback. You can present ideas. This is transformation. Not fast, not easy, but real. And now, you are ready for the final stage. The stage where your English becomes a tool for growth, opportunity, and success. The final lessons will shape your complete professional identity. You will learn how to speak in interviews, handle real-world challenges, and communicate with impact. This is where everything connects. Say this. I am becoming confident in English. Because you are. Lesson 36. Now you stand at a new door. The interview. A moment where your English becomes your opportunity. Someone looks at you and asks, tell me about yourself. You don't need perfect grammar. You need a clear story. My name is. I have experience in. I am hardworking and I like to learn. Simple, honest, real. Because interviews are not about difficult English. They are about showing who you are. Lesson 37. Now imagine another question. Why do you want this job? Don't panic. Speak from purpose. I want to grow. I want to learn new skills. I want to contribute to the team. These are strong answers, because they show direction, and direction creates trust. Lesson 38. Now comes a challenge. What are your weaknesses? This question feels uncomfortable, but here is your strength. Be honest, but focused. I am improving my English. I am working on my communication skills. And then add, I practice every day. This shows growth, because employers don't expect perfection, they expect effort. Lesson 39. Now let's move beyond the interview. Your first day at work. Everything feels new. New people, new tasks, new environment. You feel nervous, but you say, hello, nice to meet you. I am excited to work here. These small sentences open big doors, because first impressions are built on simple communication. Lesson 40. Now imagine your daily routine, emails, meetings, conversations. At first, it feels difficult, but slowly, You understand more. You speak more. You grow more. This is the rhythm of learning, not one big moment, but many small moments. And every day, you improve. Lesson 41. Now let's talk about consistency. Many learners start strong, then stop. But real success comes from daily practice, even 10 minutes. Speak one sentence, write one email, listen to one conversation, so small steps every day, because consistency turns effort into mastery. Lesson 42. Now imagine a difficult day. You feel tired. You make mistakes. You feel like your English is not improving. This is normal. Every learner feels this. But don't stop, because progress is not always visible. Sometimes it is silent. And then one day, you realize you are speaking without fear. Lesson 43. Now let's talk about courage. Not big courage, small courage. The courage to speak one sentence, the courage to ask one question, the courage to try again. This is how confidence is built, not in big actions, but in small, brave moments. Lesson 44. Now imagine helping someone else, a new learner. They are nervous, just like you were. And you say, it's okay. Start simple. Speak slowly. You can do it. Now you are not just learning, you are guiding. And teaching makes you stronger. Lesson 45. Now we reach a deeper realization. English is not just a language. It is a bridge. A bridge to opportunities. A bridge to connections. A bridge to growth. And every sentence you speak, it is a step forward on that bridge. Lesson 46. Now imagine your future. You are in a meeting. You speak clearly. People listen. You share ideas. You lead conversations. This is not a dream. This is your direction. Because everything you practiced is becoming your reality. Lesson 47. Now let's talk about belief. If you believe, I can't speak English, you will stay silent. But if you believe, I am learning English, you will speak, and speaking changes everything. Lesson 48. Now feel this moment. You started with fear. Now you have courage. You started with silence. Now you have a voice. You started with doubt. Now you have made progress. This is your journey, and it is powerful. Lesson 49. Now understand this truth. You don't need to compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at a different pace. Your journey is yours. Your progress is real. And every step you take, it is enough. Lesson 50. This is your final lesson, but not your final step, because learning never ends. You will continue to grow, continue to speak, continue to improve. And one day, you will look back and realize you are not the same person anymore. There was a time when you were afraid to speak, a time when English felt difficult, a time when you stayed silent, even when you had something to say. But look at you now. You are speaking. You are learning. You are growing. Your English does not need to be perfect. Your voice just needs to be heard. So from this moment, make a decision. Speak one sentence every day. Don't wait for confidence. Build it. Don't wait for perfection. Start now. Because your future is not waiting for perfect English. Your future is waiting for your voice. Say this out loud right now. I will speak English every day. And then do it. Because your journey has already begun.